Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome you out to the 10th annual Toys for Tots ride. 10 years, let's hear it for some noise for 10 years, huh? Believe it or not, 10 years ago, this started out at the Idaho Military History Museum. We had 26 and a half bikes on a cold December morning. It was freezing cold and the weather was terrible, but we still did this our first year in support of the United States Marine Corps. My name is Dino Glasscock. I'm the committee chairman for the annual Toys for Tots ride. The goal of the annual Toys for Tots ride is to ensure that every child in the Treasure Valley has a new unwrapped toy to open on Christmas morning. With your help, we're making these dreams come true today. At this time, please stand if you're able to do so and remain standing for today's invocation and the posting of our colors, followed by the national anthem. Post the colors. Please welcome Fritz Hauser from the Christian Motorcycle Association to give us today's invocation. Fritz?
Let's go to the Lord. Father God, thank you so much for this beautiful, magnificent day that you've given us to ride. Father, we want to ask that you just guide each and every bike out there today, that you leave them at top performance, Father, and bless this day and this program, Father, with nothing but blessings. We ask this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you, Fritz. Today's colors are presented by Charlie Company 4th Tank Battalion, United States Marine Corps, from Gowan Field. Let's have a round of applause for our Marines here on the colors detail today. Looking good, gentlemen. At this time, please welcome Jeanette Nolte, the USMC veteran, to perform today's national anthem. Jeanette.
Oh, sing, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Wow, thank you again, Jeanette. Always awesome when she does that. We sure appreciate it. So if you would please, at this time, join me for the Pledge of Allegiance.
flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Retire the colors. All right, let's have one more applause for the Marines for being here today. Not only are they here with the big 7-ton truck, they're also going to be at all the ride stops today on the poker run in uniform. So you'll get to go in and roll your dice and shake their hand at that point also. So that's an awesome part of this ride, is that we do have the Marines supporting it on the run. So at this time, I would like to ask a moment of silence for our 2019 guest of honor, Terry Ragland. The committee, the committee basically voted to have Terry as the guest of honor prior to this event, and he passed away on August 31st. So let's have a moment right now to think of Terry. I know he's blessed us with this son, and he's looking at us right now. So a moment of silence. For those of you who didn't know Terry, he was a founding member. He was one of the 5 Marine founding members of this ride. Was with us every year. And today we're going to ride Missing Man up front. And he's going to be in position number 3 in the Missing Man, where he normally would have been this year if he was here. We rotate that American flag every year, and it so happens this year is he would be in Missing Man spot. So that's where he's going to be with us today. If you didn't know Terry, he served in Way City, Vietnam. He served 2.5 combat tours. Everybody that did know him, he touched everybody in this community some way or another. Either you argued with him or you got along with him, but he loved everybody equally. And he's definitely going to be missed. The cool thing that I'd like to make an announcement is when his family was here, as most of you know, his family lives in Denver, Colorado. They were here for his service in September, and they went back to Denver. They passed a hat, and they were able to send us $500 on Terry's behalf. So we kicked off this ride today with $500 on Terry Ragland's behalf. So let's have a round of applause for that. It's amazing. So I was going to introduce First Sergeant Wilcox, because most of you are used to seeing First Sergeant Nichols here, who was recently promoted to Sergeant Major and moved to Denver, Colorado. That's where he's at in Recruiting Station, Denver. So First Sergeant Craig Wilcox is a new First Sergeant on the I&I staff out at Gowan Field. And when you guys roll into Polly's bar room in Meridian today, he will be there in uniform. He's manning that stop. So please welcome him to Boise. He just took over here a few months ago when Sergeant Major Nichols shipped out to Denver. Whereas most of you know, that's where Sergeant Major Shea Henry's also there. So he's coming home at some point. Then we're going to try and get him to go to work for us. So just a little bit of information there. Please welcome First Sergeant Wilcox. He's out in Meridian this afternoon, and make you feel welcome at Boise. So the ride wouldn't be official without Santa Claus. Where's Santa? All right. Hey, Santa's going to be riding with our good friend Bruce Gates in that N37 truck up front with the gun on it. So we're going to escort Santa from here to Quinn's. And then that's where the ride's going to kick off out of Quinn's for the poker run. So let's have a big round of applause for Santa for being with us today. So I'd like to introduce the Toys for Tots Ride Committee. If you're on the committee, raise your hand to be identified. A few people up front. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the people that work hard to make this event possible. We went to work this year in August, believe it or not, when the committee formed for this thing to happen. A lot of work goes into it, and we thank you for being here and support Toys for Tots. I'd like to have a round of applause for all of the Toys for Tots Ride Committee members. At this time, I'm going to turn the mic over to our Public Relations Coordinator, Tom Myers. He's going to read our mission statement, and that's why we're here today, folks. Please welcome Tom.
Hello, everyone. The mission statement of the annual Toys for Tots Ride: to uphold and promote the core values, honor, courage, and commitment of the United States Marine Corps. To organize and sponsor annually a Toys for Tots motorcycle ride in Boise, Idaho, the first Sunday in November. To aid and assist the United States Marine Corps Reserve National Toys for Tots campaign. To set an example in our community and to assist the Marines at 4th Tank Battalion, USMC, Gowan Field during the annual Toys for Tots campaign. To receive and obtain toys and or other contributions for local children and to administer the distribution thereof. Thank you.